It's time again for full disclosure. I didn't buy this. It was sent to me by the Berkeley Nucleonics Corporation, short BNC, for review. And it is, if you can read that, or if you can't, let's make it a surprise. Oh no, it was in the title. So anyway, it's their Model 865-40, a 40 gigahertz microwave signal generator. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And obviously comes with a network cable and a USB cable. It comes with a power brick, and okay, this is a US American, but I can have it. I have another cable for it, and the unit itself. Okay, let me zoom down or somewhere else and have a closer look at it. So this is practically gift wrapped here. Very nice packaged, and we get a nice unit out of it. Wow, this is, I cannot describe it. I have to zoom down after a second or so, but before we look at the unit itself, let's see what comes with it. So yeah, an external power brick, US American cable, mains AC cable, no problems. I have enough AC mains cable, and USB and LAN cable. Okay, let's zoom down on the unit and have a closer look. Okay, first of all, that thing is astoundingly heavy. I mean, it's not a brick, but yeah, this is not aluminium. This is a steel case. And I don't know if you can see that, but the front plate is massive cast metal. Yeah, as is the back plate of that case. And you can put it, yeah, it has feet here, so you can put it this way around on the bench. And it also has feet here, so I think we can remove that sticker. You can put it flat on the bench. And yeah, we'll have a look at the back in a second. The front is obviously just a display, which is supposed to be a touch screen. And yeah, a rotary encoder, yeah, with clicking action, and one connector, an RF out. And I think that's not an SMA. Is that a micro type N, or is that an SMA connector? I'm unsure. I have to check that. So that's all on the front, and yeah. So some user interface and the business end, so to say, where your 40 gigahertz will come out. And the back gives us some idea what that thing is capable of. So an IEEE or GC, I think that's IEEE connector, which is still used in some labs to control equipment, LAN connection. So yeah, obviously you can control it via LAN, and a USB connector, so you can control it directly from a computer via the USB port. Your 24-volt power supply plug. Yeah, we have this here. And yeah, on off. Yeah, ground screw. Yeah, if you do that microwave stuff, you probably in a lab want to have good ground connections everywhere. Reference in. So that's for the internal clock, I guess. You can, yeah, sync like all the equipment. You saw that with the pulse generator I reviewed. So you can put all your lab equipment on the same highly stabilized reference clock. Modulation in, trigger in, or you can get the internal reference clock of that thing out and yeah, pulse in and trigger out. What that does, we will in detail. We'll talk about that in the review. For now, let me find a power cable and also check if that thing is good for 240 volts. Yes, it is. And let's switch it on. So power goes in with a very nice lockable barrel connector. So let's see. I mean, this is a piece of equipment that is normally not on your bench, or not on your usual bench, but usually goes into some, well, test rack, or is part of a bigger setup. Let me adjust stuff here again. Okay, I will switch that on now, and before everybody starts shouting, the maximum output power of that thing is 24 dBm, so about 250 milliwatts. And the high frequency or microwave output stage, the output amplifier, survives up to 30 dBm reflected high frequency, or up to 10 volts DC input. So even if that thing comes on with a high frequency output hot, it won't get damaged. Okay, so yeah, let's switch it on, and I'm reaching behind and oh, I have to readjust here some stuff. This will be hard to shoot. Okay. Yeah, it's booting. It's really hard to film that LCD display. It's much better if you just look at it. So frequency, we are at 100 megahertz, power 0 dB, and phase angle, continuous wave sweep. Oh, there will be a lot of stuff to play with. RF output is off, the big red button, and how do you? Nothing happens. Okay, it's a touch screen. And now, okay, I get it. Okay, we can go up to 42 gigahertz. Okay, let's stop playing around here. That's part of the review. Let's have a look at that connector, if we can identify it. I have to admit, I looked it up in the documentation. So that's a K-type connector, also known as a 2.92 millimeter connector, or an OS-2.9 connector. And the difference between that and an do I have something? Yeah, I put something out. Sorry. Like that, an SMA connector. I only have, of course, here, yeah, the wrong gender. Is that the dielectric here? The dielectric inside the connector, which does the isolation, is not Teflon, but it's air, allowing you to operate these kinds of connections up to 40 gigahertz, which we need for that unit. However, I need to source somewhere an adapter so I can get, because I won't use that at 40 gigahertz. Yeah, I need to source somewhere adapters for these K-type connectors. So my camera and that display will never be friends, I guess. But yeah, I'm learning to adjust the camera settings so I can see at least a little bit of the surroundings and the display. Anyway, after fumbling around a minute or so in between, I'm now quite proficient with selecting some digits here on the screen and adjusting them via the rotary encoder. Of course, you could always use the touch screen, which offers you here just 10 digits input. So power 10, let's make at a power of 15 dBm. Yeah, so this is really good if you are manually sweeping stuff like the power, decreasing the power in dBm steps and whatever you're doing. And this is really nice if you're entering some exact value, for example 2400 120 megahertz or something like that. Anyway, I'm starting to play with the thing, and I first have to source some adapters for that type K connector here. So let's stop at that point. So that was the unboxing of the BNC model 865 microwave signal generator. I have the variant -40, which can deliver here at the K-type connector up to 40 gigahertz. So we will have some fun at some point, but first I want to review all the functionality. We saw a lot of back connectors there to modulate stuff or to synchronize stuff. So it will be interesting. Till then, bye.